Hey everybody, I've got Justin Stewart here today from Springfield, Illinois. Justin is one of the top stair climbers in the United States, if not the world. And in fact, he is a Guinness World Record holder for the most vertical feet climbed in stairs in 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So Justin, how many vertical feet did you climb in 12 hours?
Just over 38,000. 38,200 and something. I'd have to check again. But
Justin, what big stair climbs have you won around the country?
Let's see, I started stair climbing in 2011. I've won the Willis Tower up in Chicago.
Which is the former Sears Tower.
Correct.
How many floors is that?
That's 103 floors. Yeah, and I've won the Aon Tower in LA. I've won the WAMU Tower twice in Seattle. I've won the Metropolitan Building stair climb in St. Louis twice. I've won and have the course record at the Springfield Hilton stair climb in Illinois there in my home city. I've won that the past 3 years. I've also won the Hancock once.
In Chicago.
In Chicago.
Is that over 90 floors?
That is 94 floors.
94. I think that's the second tallest building in the U.S.?
Yes. I've also won the Aon Tower in Chicago.
Which is just slightly shorter than Hancock,
Yeah,
right?
slightly shorter. And then the Bop to the Top race in Indianapolis, I've won that a handful of times as well.
And even though that's a shorter building, that's probably one of the most competitive climbs in the U.S.
The Bop to the Top?
Yeah.
It's very competitive, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what is your background in running, and how did you get into stair climbing?
I've been running ever since the 4th grade, cross country and track. I have a big middle distance background. I got into stair climbing from a friend of mine. I never knew what stair climbing was, never knew it existed. And my buddy called me and he said, hey, let's get our old high school cross country team together and let's do this stair climb in Springfield. So I said, yeah, sure, why not? And you know, I always do my research when I start doing races and everything, and I found a name, Terry Purcell, and I reached out to him and I asked him what he did for training wise, and I went to the Hilton, was doing training climbs up, and was looking at my watch, and I said, hey, well, we might have something here, and ended up going to the race, getting first, and beating what was then a world-class stair climber.
In Terry.
In Terry.
Yeah, for those people that don't know, Terry is probably the best stair climber over the course of the sport. He was, I think, unbeaten from 1996 until 2008.
Yeah, for a couple decades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's how I got into the sport, and then I met a guy by the name of PJ Glassy, and he said, man, there's more races out there to do. So then it was just a snowball effect from there. I went to St. Louis, went to LA, and I was just hooked from there.
You're also running track now as well.
Mm-hmm.
And is the 800 or the mile the event that you're competing in?
I do more 800s. I find more success in the 800, but I also do quite a few miles as well.
And how does your training differ for an 800 versus a stair climb?
Well, for the 800, I do a lot of track workouts, a lot of interval training on the track, a lot of tempo runs, and then, I mean, that does help me in the stairs, but specifically for stairs, I do get in the stairwell and do specific intervals in the stairs. But then once I do those workouts in the stairs, that correlates back to my running events, big time.
Have you seen an improvement in your 800 speed on the track after competing in a stair climb?
Absolutely. I just PR'd in the 800 at the age of 26 just this past winter.
And what was your time?
152.3.
Very
So
solid time.
I accredit a lot of that to my stair climbing strength. Yeah, absolutely, because I never did any of that in my college years.
So you have a lot more power in your stride now.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So when you're doing a stair climb workout in the stairs, what does that look like?
It all depends on what I'm getting ready for. You know, if I'm getting ready for the Willis Tower climb, I'm doing a lot more longer pace intervals in the stairwell. If I'm getting ready for a sprint climb, I'm doing a lot of 5-floor sprints and resting, and then 5-floor sprints and then resting. So it all depends, but the stair climbing season usually really starts up into full swing January through March. So earlier on, I'm doing a lot more pace work, building a base, just like you would with running. And then later on in the season, I'm doing a lot more high intensity intervals.
And when you do a 5-floor sprint, are you doing that all out?
All out. Mm-hmm.
Now, what about upper body? Are you pulling on the railing?
When I'm doing the sprints, no. Mm-mm.
Do you do any specific upper body training for the longer races so that you can pull the railing, or you just go with what you got?
I just usually go with the pace work. When I do the pace work, I'm usually working the railing. I don't do a whole lot of body, lifting in the gym or anything specific for pulling on the railing, but my body weight workouts that I do, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, helps me out a lot.
Now, do you do any specific exercises at a gym? Like I've seen you in a video doing a Jacob's ladder. Any other machines that you're using to help you get ready for a stair climb?
I'll hop on the Stairmaster. Getting ready for the Willis Tower last year, I really experimented with that to see if that helped me out better than just doing a bunch of intervals in the stairwell. I do the Jacob's ladder. And for those who have never seen the Jacob's ladder, it's basically a revolving ladder at about 45-degree angle, and the rungs are just keep going, and you're just climbing using your hands and your feet, and it's a great workout. If you redline yourself on that, it's the closest thing to an actual stair climb that you can possibly get to. So I do that. I do spin bike quite a bit.
Sitting down or standing up?
Both. But a lot of times when you're high intensity, I'm up out of the saddle really cranking away.
High resistance or higher cadence?
I mix it up, honestly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And do you do any leg strength, any squats, lunges, anything like that?
Well, I learned from the best. I learned from Tim. I've done Tabata leg press. I love doing that. Once I saw his video on that, I tried to do that myself and found a lot of success with that as well.
You're a crazy man if you love that.
Yeah, that hurts. Tabata leg press hurts.
So do you have any advice for someone that wants to get into a stair climb and be competitive?
If you're looking to be competitive in your first stair climb, I would just suggest working at it easily, get into it progressively. Experience will take you a long way in the stair climbing world, just like kind of with anything in athletics. But I mean, there's really no if you want to get into it, there's tons of races that you can just jump into and go for.
What about the pain aspect of a stair climb? Do you think that's an important element to deal with?
Yeah.
And how do you deal with it?
There's a lot of pain involved with stair climbing. The thing is, you can't be a wimp at it. You got to be mentally tough. There's going to come a point in the race where your mind wants to tell you to quit, but you just got to get through that and just keep pushing. But it definitely makes you a stronger person. It makes you a stronger athlete.
So it helps you outside of the stairwell as well?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I found that myself.
Yeah.
So Justin, what are you doing here in Bennington, Vermont?
Well, I'm out here for the USA Mountain Running Championships. Just ran that yesterday. Had a good result. Got 33rd in a stud field. So I think I'm hooked on mountain running now. So it was a lot of fun hanging out with Tim and being here.
How did the mountain race compare to the stair climb?
Oh, it was tougher, I think. It was just more elongated, grueling sections.
Would you rather be outside running up a mountain with a view or inside of a stairwell looking at concrete and sheetrock?
I have a lot of fun in the stairwell, but I would much rather be outside, climbing up natural mountains.
So what's next for you? Do you think you're going to do another mountain race? Are you going to keep going with stair climbing?
Yeah, I'm going to try to, if my schedule clears up for me, I'm going to try my best to get into as many trail and mountain races as I possibly can. The 10K Trail Championships is coming up in early September, so I'm going to try to get out to North Carolina and try that out as well.
Yeah, it's a great course. I've done that. Maybe I'll see you there.
All right.
All right, Justin, thank you.
Thank you.